Thank you for being here and taking the time to join us for the AMA. Um, if anyone has any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. I'm right there, reading the comments. But yeah, as many of you know, HypeBeasts is a collection that we just airdropped on Cardano, and it has 5,000 NFTs. It's a customizable project. That means that you will be able to basically grab the NFT that you own, go to an item store, select like different traits, and be able to customize your NFT with those traits. That means that the NFT is not static. It basically can change, and it's up to each holder, how it changes. If you want to add like like a leather jacket or something, you will be able to do things like that. The whole thing is based on fashion, and we add some sprinkles of sci-fi. We try to make it interesting and fun for the community, and something that people want to collect basically. Someone, yeah, let me first finish with the Hypebeast intro, and then I'll
Yeah,
answer some questions.
yeah. I mean, just to say hi to everyone. I'm Original Sin. I'm from CNFT Tools. Yeah, thank you all for coming. Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate giving us the space. But yeah, it's basically what we're trying to accomplish is it's very broad. If you actually go to the Hypebeast website, we have an about page that explains everything that we're trying to do. We have a light paper. The light paper goes over several things, including like how the collection was dropped. We actually airdropped this collection for free to Cypherkicks holders. We have made no money from like the drop itself because it was literally free. We actually spent more money than we've made from the collection. But we have a lot of trust in what this can become, and it can be something very big, in my opinion. The NFTs are unrevealed, so if you guys see them right now, you will notice that they are not actually they don't actually show like a unique image. They show that GIF that you saw in the announcement. And I think we did a giveaway recently, and it shows that GIF as well. So if you have like 10 of those, they will all look the same for now. The fun thing is that this mechanic is really based on the way they do drops on Ethereum, for example. Oh, what's up? Okay, so yeah, this is how they do them on Ethereum. They just drop a collection, it's unrevealed, and a few days or weeks later, they are revealed. I know a lot of people have no experience with these things on Cardano, so we're trying to like make sure we always explain this because it's something very important. Like if you go to JPEG store right now, you will see a bunch of the same NFT. They're really not the same. They're unrevealed. So if you buy one for floor, for example, it could be rare, it could be common, it could be super rare, it could be whatever. It's like literally minting the NFT, uh, but you're buying it from the community because the community are the ones that basically hold them. The art is really interesting. I think it's really clean. We're trying to go for clean line minimalism in a way, trying not to overcomplicate the art. But some things are very very complex. Like some of the traits that we have took us like 3 or 4 days between several artists working together to make sure that we can make them. Um, if you go into our Discord and you see some of the sneak peeks, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, the art is mostly based on fashion. Streetwear. That's the market that we want to tap into. We have some sci-fi. We have some really cool traits as well that will make for some very rare NFTs, like the samurai yoroi, the samurai helmet, things like that. But those are not going to be that common. Of the collection will be based around fashion. We have something called DNA. DNA basically means like the type of NFT you have. Like for example, with that pixels, you have like the common ones. You have the reptiles. You have what else do they have? Yeah, the
Ghosts,
vampire. Yeah, they have vampires and things like that, right?
statues. Yeah, I've
But
got your I've got the DNA section on the website up on for YouTube as well, so they'll be able to see.
awesome, that's perfect. Yeah. So in the light paper, we have like it shows right now that we have humans, we have robots, we have zombies, we have statues, we have reptiles and ghosts. The ghosts will be extremely rare. I think we'll have like about 40 to 50 or so in the whole collection, so they will be extremely hard to find. So the day of the one reveal, if you guys are hunting for high bees on JPEG Store and you see a ghost going for a good price, snipe it because those are going to be very rare. We also have statues. Those are some of my favorite ones. We have shown those. I think they're very unique. Like I haven't seen any project trying to do something like that that looks like a stone statue. I think it's pretty dope, and people have loved those so far. We have reptiles. There's going to be two different types. There's going to be green reptiles and blue reptiles. I think blue ones are going to be are harder to find. I don't want to give any precise stuff right now because we haven't shown the rarities or the percentages for how rare the DNA is. Just so you guys have an idea, we have robots. So we have a main robot, which is like the more common one, but we'll have a very dope corrupted robot, which is going to be like an evil version. And we have the humans, of course, with several skin tones. They will be all in terms of like skin tones. We'll do them like all the same one in terms of like the weight distribution. Like every single skin tone will have the same amount. The DNA you cannot change, even if you go to the wearable marketplace where you will be able to change the clothes and the hats and the helmets and the back items from your NFT and customize them. The DNA will always stay the same. So that's something that you will not be able to change. Want to make sure people are aware of that. The marketplace is the coolest thing about this, and other projects have it, but we're trying to take it like step above what some other projects are trying to do, which is you just can just customize your NFT and that's it. But one of the things we'll do is some of the trades that we sell in the wearable marketplace, for example, call it a hoodie or a jacket or a t-shirt or something like that. Most of them will be designed by fashion designers that we'll reach out to. Up and coming fashion designers. Hopefully, eventually, we'll move up to well-known fashion designers. That's the end goal. But when we release like a trade that you can use to customize your high beast, it's like a red hoodie, for example, or a black red hoodie. You can customize your high beast with that. When you buy that, you will be able to also redeem the real item, like the real hoodie, on our website, and we will send you the hoodie for free. So that's one of the coolest things that we're doing. It's the fact that you will be able to dress up your high beast collection, actually own the items that they're wearing. That's something that no other project has done on Cardano. They've not done this on Ethereum. They've not done this on Solana. We're adding this really cool utility to the project. Like a
So
lot of
is
people are
that
getting.
worldwide or
It's
is
going to
that
be worldwide. Yeah,
yeah?
100%, and the shipping is going to be free as well. So
That's pretty impressive, especially for certain parts of the world.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I think um, it all levels out, right? So for the US, some of the shipping that we'll be doing is going to be very affordable, like $3 or $4 to send a T-shirt or something like that. Maybe in some other parts of the world, we'll be paying like $15, $20, based on our current merchandise store that we have. Like we've had people buy merchandise from Cypherkicks and then HypeBeasts, basically from everywhere in the world. We've shipped merchandise to Australia, we've shipped merchandise to Japan, to Africa, to South Africa, uh, to many countries in the world, and usually shipping doesn't go above $15 to $20. So obviously this will not be free. When you go into the marketplace, you will be able to decide what you want to buy, and there will be like a limited supply.
Yeah,
So in a sense, like if we work with a fashion designer or, for example, a sneaker store to release something from their collections or something designed by them, we'll have a supply. For example, say we release a hoodie with this sneaker store that we already have a partnership with. They're called Legends Boutique. They're in Orlando. Say they design a hoodie or a T-shirt for the collection. We'll give it a limited supply. That means that it will not be something that everyone can own. It means that only like the first 50 people, for example, that
yeah,
buy the item will get access to the hoodie, and it will be basically a limited edition exclusive item or apparel from that company.
yeah. That's
So
pretty
if we
cool.
do something with them, they will not sell those again. They will be specifically designed for you guys. It will not be something designed for they
Yeah,
will be selling in the store
you're
or
not going
something
to
like
be
that.
walking down the street in Germany and bump into somebody else with it on.
Correct. If you see one guy wearing it, you know they own a Hypebeast, or they know someone who does.
Yeah,
So that's something that's gonna be really dope. Like, just to give you an example from my part, when I buy a hoodie or a T-shirt or something like that from a project, it just means that I'm very passionate about that project as well, right?
yeah,
So in a sense, this is a way to make sure that those who are passionate about our project, about our collections, can have a way to represent that collection and can have a way to express themselves, which is the whole point of fashion. And that's why I'm so attracted and I'm so interested in the fashion world, because it's all about expression and self-expression. So we are going to make sure that we find a way to allow everyone from the community have a voice. If people want some streetwear, we'll be dropping that. But if people want something in a different style, we'll try to find designers that can help us make that happen. Because the whole point is inclusivity. Like, we want everyone to feel inclusive, and we want everyone to feel like part of the family and part of the project. So that's something very important for us.
yeah,
But yeah, moving on from that, I think that's obviously one of the coolest things that we're doing and bringing to the space. We'll also be working with like other projects, like for example, Dead Pixels. We'll be working with Disco Solaris. We'll be working with very well-known projects on Cardano. And if you have a favorite one, feel free to drop it in the chat, in the NFT chat. If you want to see like trades or like jackets or T-shirts or shirts or whatever you want to see from your favorite project, and you want to see it in the Hypebeast collection, plus be able to obtain like the real merch from them, feel free to drop that in the chat, because we will definitely be working with a lot of projects.
yeah. And
One of those,
if you're watching this on YouTube, drop it in the comments on YouTube as well.
awesome, thank you. Yeah, some of the projects that we have already announced for the collaborations are Dead Pixels, Disco Solaris, Their Birds, who are awesome, Ugly Bros, and Yummy Universe. Oh, there's also Goat Tribe. So, if you're part of the Goats, we'll also be working with them. Yummy Universe is one of our favorite ones, so that's going to be really cool too. We'll have a trade from their collection in the Hypebeast OG collection as well. We haven't shown that, but we'll be showing that soon. And for Hypebeast, we try to very try to keep it down a very small number of collaborations, specifically like especially like collections that I know the founders of, that I know that they have a very long term
Yeah.
potential.
I mean,
So
you
we
don't
didn't
want
want
to
to, yeah,
dilute the overall feel of it all by having, 75 different
correct.
collaborations.
Exactly, yeah. So we try to keep it down and make sure that all the collections that we added to the collaboration trades are very popular within our community. So in part, it was listening to our community, seeing the profile pictures they use in the Cypherkicks and Hypebeast Discord, and based on that and my relationship with this project and knowing they're gonna be around for a long term. Imagine if one of the OG trades is from a project that rock pulls, right? It wouldn't look good on the project, and it would
Yeah.
definitely be something that the committee would not be too happy about. So yeah, that's why we decided to go with all of these projects, and I'm pretty sure everyone here knows how professional and well established they are. Um, and now, if I'm pretty sure a lot of people will have questions about the future. Our goal is to under promise over deliver, make sure that people know. Well, based on what we've done with Cypherkicks, I mean, we just gave people 5,000 NFTs for free, and they're selling for 100 over 100 ADA on secondary market. So in a way, we have shown our community that we give back, that we find ways to not only reward them for their support, but
Yeah.
try to innovate in the space in ways that are unique, different, and fun for them. It's all about offering a good user experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
I did want to touch a little bit more about Cypherkicks actually, because obviously not everyone here knows how long that you guys have been around.
yeah, we've been around since August. Actually, we were one of the main OG projects, in my opinion. We launched back then when Yami, Clay, all of those projects were launching, and it was a good time though to launch a project, because it allowed us to capture a big market in terms of support from our community. A lot of people were looking for different projects, something unique, something different. And I think we provided that with the sneakerhead approach, right? We capture a lot of people who are very into sneakers, and they came to Cypherkicks. With Cypherkicks, we have a lot to cover. It would be I don't think that's in the scope of this video,
Yeah, that's
or
a whole nother AMA.
that's like 5 times larger than this, man. It's huge, but with Cypherkicks, we have a lot of really cool things happening, and if you think this is cool, what we've done, if you think Cypherkicks gave their holders 5,000 NFTs for free from a whole new collection that is top can become a top collection, right? If you feel that, Cypherkicks is for you, because this is not the last time that we will be doing something this huge. My opinion, we will be doing 2 or 3 things like this every single year. They don't have to be like a brand new collection. They can be experiences. They can be different ways of like evolving your NFTs. They can be moving your NFT from one blockchain to the other. It can be so much. So I hope people understand, especially Cypherkicks holders, that this is not the end of Cypherkicks. This is the start. This is the first time that we have shown our community that we put our money where our mouth is. If we say we're going to do something, we do it, and that's what I wanted to try. That's one of the messages that I always try to get to the community. It's like a lot of projects promise amazing things, crazy things, impressive things. And sometimes what they will be doing is, dropping you an NFT, and maybe the NFT is not worth that much. We've seen over 30,000 dollars in trading volume for HypeBeasts, and they're unrevealed. Like, people don't know what the NFT is going to look like, and they're buying it. That's the type of value that we're trying to provide to our community. Is that if you put like for example, just some projects promise you, oh, we're gonna charge 3% royalties, and we're gonna give the royalties back to our community. Yeah, and that ends up being like $10 a year, right? It's not really that much. I got a guy from the community who got like 50 hypebeats because he owned 50 Cypherkicks, and he sold half. Made 2,500 ADA just like that for free, right? So it's something that I hope the community can see and understand, is that this project is 5,000 NFTs. If you consider that the price would be about 100 ADA each to start with, which is the trading price basically,
Yeah,
we're looking at like $500,000 we're giving back to the community. And I hope people can see that and understand the value that is in there. Not only that, it's the fact that we're not stopping there. Cypherkicks holders are going to be like the Cypherkicks are still the main collection for us. They're still the collection that will be getting the airdrops, the utility, the crazy cool things. Uh, Obviously, we're trying to develop IBs into something uh, a little bit separate from Cypherkicks, even though Cypherkicks holders will still get benefits from holding both collections, like future airdrops. Maybe for example, we'll drop Cypherkicks holders who own, like, for example, zombie Cypherkicks, special edition, jacket for the high beast, things like that will keep happening because both collections are part of the same project, and I want to make sure that people understand that. If you hold a high beast, make sure you hold a Cypherkicks as well, because you will be getting a lot of really cool benefits from that.
that's cool. So yeah, if anyone wanted to ask any questions, feel free to post them in our NFT chat, and I'm watching chat, and any questions that come up, we'll both be able to answer, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Or more to the point, I'll ask, and Peppers will answer.
I think someone asked a few minutes ago what was my favorite project, and I love that question. Honestly, I would say something like Ugly Bros is great. I love what Sergio from Ugly Bros is doing. We're collaborating with him, bringing trades from his collection to Hypebeast as well in the future. Hopefully, I was dreaming of maybe like a skateboard item, based on Ugly Bros design would be really sick. But not only that, like, one of the really cool things that we're doing is that with the projects that we collaborate with, they will be earning a percentage from the sales. Like,
Oh,
up to
that's good.
50% will be going to the projects that we work with. Like, we're not asking anyone to give us something for free, especially designers, street artists, graffiti artists. Uh, we'll be collaborating with everyone. Cardano projects, Ethereum projects as well. we want to work with everyone to bring something that that there will be a demand for within the
Yeah,
Cypherkicks HypeBeasts community.
yeah,
That's
and
very important for us.
it's important that everybody gets paid.
100%. Yeah, like I've had projects that you want to do something like we're doing, but then they contact you and you ask them like, okay, well, you know, where are the funds going for the sales? Is it 100% for the project for your project,
Yeah,
or are you sharing something with the other project because you're using their name, you're using a lot from them, right?
yeah,
And
and it could be a
what's in it
significant
for them,
amount
right?
over time. You know, like
Yeah,
what might not be so significant to you or me might be a street artist that's struggling to make ends meet. So
yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. And there's a lot of projects on Ethereum, on Cardano, on different blockchains. And there's, up and coming fashion designers. Like, I'm graduating this semester from engineering. And I have a few friends from college that went to fashion school, right? And they are not making that much money, right? Because they're, just starting
yeah,
out, working for fashion brands, maybe like starting out with small brands first, trying to,
yeah,
create their own style and things like that. And if you approach them, it would not be, in my opinion, ethical, of course, to just grab all the money from the work of others. So we will always be paying people back from those sales. And if people have questions like what percentage are we giving back, my goal is to give back 50%, which might sound a lot, but I think it's fair for the fact that a collaboration it goes both ways. It's
yeah.
not just one project; it's two projects. So I think both should benefiting from the collaboration. Someone asked when will there be a Cypherkicks DAO? So interestingly, we have a Cypherkicks treasury, community treasury. So we have about 3 to 4 thousand ADA in there from collab sales. Like every time that we do a collaboration drop, like for example, we have one with DJ and Crypto Club next week. Actually, this week, by the end of this week, a percentage from those sales will go directly to the community treasury, and it's not really a DAO per se because we don't have a multi-sig wallet yet. We haven't really used that a lot of those funds. We did a Instagram ad campaign that reached out to like 100,000 people. That was fun, and the committee voted for that, and the committee voted yes, so we did it. If we have a DAO and use a multi-sig wallet, which is my goal for the community, it will not be for like investing back or buying our own supply. Will be for investing back into the community, for advertising, maybe paying an artist to do something cool for the community, maybe an airdrop, things like that is what we're looking for, giving back to the community, not not as an investment fund, but as a be mostly like a marketing and um, development fund for the community.
It should also be
But
noticed that we're quite a while away from having the proper technology for a DAO to exist on Cardano.
100%.
I mean, if we get really lucky, maybe 3 to 6 months. But there's a lot of good people working on it. But I do know that we are still a while away.
100%. That's why I don't call it a DAO yet. It's just simply a community treasury.
Yeah,
But it had some good results so far. That Instagram campaign, in my opinion, was a success. We reach out to a lot of people, and sometimes it's not even about bringing people in. It's just getting your name out there and the name of Cardano out there. So
yeah,
when people see your ad, they see Cypherkicks. Oh, now it's in their brains,
yeah,
and then they see CNFT or NFTs on Cardano, and they know, oh, there's NFTs on Cardano. That's dope. So maybe in the future when someone else approaches them, uh, you know, and talk to them about Cardano, they will already know that this NFTs exist.
yeah. And it's also about the community working together. Like, not every
Yep.
single initiative has to be a roaring success for there to be an underlying success for the community itself.
Yeah, and that's something that I've been telling my community. Like, I don't want to be the one submitting the proposals. I want the community to be the one submitting the proposal. In terms of like voting and governance, what we do is we have a system that gives people the option for voting. If you want to vote yes, you send 2 ADA. If you want to vote no, you send 3 ADA, for example, or 2.2 ADA. And we return the funds. So if you vote yes to ADA, we return the 2 ADA to you and we pay the transaction fee. And that's what we did last time. And about 1,000 people voted. Sorry, 1,000. We got about 1,000 votes for each Cypherkicks
That's a
that you
lot
own.
of
You have
votes
one
actually.
vote. Yeah. So for every Cypherkicks that you own, you get a vote. So some people that have had 10 or 15, they had 15 votes, for example. Um, and yeah, we had like over 1,000 people, over 1,000 votes. I would say maybe about 200 to 300 people were voting, and like 99% of people voted yes. We return all the ADA. We don't want any ADA from
Yeah,
people that way, of course. But the cool thing about this is that if someone wants to verify that the votes are real, they can just go into the blockchain, man, and they can just go to the wallet that received the transactions, and they can just count, right? How many transactions of 2 ADA and how many transactions of 3 ADA.
yeah,
You can go on Cardano scan, and it's impossible for me to fake that. And you can verify that each transaction comes from a wallet that owns Cypherkicks.
yeah,
So in that way, the process is open, it's public, and it's easy to scrutinize. Uh, we definitely don't want to go the way of doing votes on Discord. I think that's easily exploitable. So yeah, that's the way. That's just to answer the DAO questions. There's definitely not going to be a investment DAO. It's going to be mostly like marketing and development DAO.
yeah. So the next fairly obvious question: when Cypherland Metamorverse let me buy everything land?
No, never. We are not into. We're not really developers like that. We're not game developers. One of my mottos is never lie, never try to overpromise anything, and we're never going to be doing something like that. We're never going to develop a metaverse. And I honestly think that 99.99% of projects that promise something like that are never going to do that as well. Like in my opinion, and I know people say I'm too honest, but in my opinion, like 1 out of 10 projects that are promising a metaverse on Cardano are probably going to be able to pull it off in a way that is usable and something that people want to use. But yeah, no. What we're going to be doing, however, in the metaverse is bringing Cypherkicks to as in-game items. So we already have. We've been in conversations, and we already got the yes from 3 big metaverse projects on Cardano.
Nice.
And when I say big metaverse projects, it's projects that have shown development, projects that have shown that there will be the metaverse. In fact, one of them already has a beta out. So people will be like holders of Cypherkicks will be able to go into like a Cypherkick store in these metaverse projects with their characters from that metaverse and buy shoes like the Cypherkicks ones.
Nice.
So that's something that I'm super excited about. Is just being able to go into that, and there's only 5,000 Cypherkicks, so there will be only 5,000 members max. Because a lot of people, well, not even then, like there's 1,500 people who own Cypherkicks. I have 1,500 holders because we have 5,000 NFTs. So each holder owns an average like 3 to 4 Cypherkicks. So the max amount, I would say maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people will be able to eventually customize their characters in these metaverse projects with shoes or cool sneakers, and they will have to be the Cypherkicks. So a lot of people are very short term in terms of like how they think about investments, but just something like this, something like doesn't sound like a huge thing, and have an immense result
Yeah.
in the market and in the metaverse space. Because what we want to do is reach a deal with these projects and be the official sneaker project for them. So it's going to be that simple, and there will be like marketplaces inside the metaverse, like a store, like a sneaker store, and you go inside there and you see the Cypherkicks that are up for sale. So you either have black boots
Yeah.
that look awful, or you get Cypherkicks, and that's what we want to do in the metaverse.
And you'll be able to go into a shop, buy like a pair of cipher kicks, and then go out wearing them along with the hoodie that you just put on as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
hopefully that's the goal.
go and get a complete like outfit change. Maybe go to the barber and get rid of that 5 o'clock shadow and step out feeling fresh.
Hmm. I mean, it depends on the metaverse. Like one of the metaverses that we're working on with is very realistic in what they're trying to build. Another one is like almost like pixel like almost like Minecraft like. So it really depends on the metaverse. We'll definitely be trying to find ways to create assets that match that metaverse style, because we know the amount of value that can come from that.
So we have a couple of amusing questions. We have, do you like pineapple on pizza?
No,
That wasn't very
that's just a no.
vehement there. Like, that was just
No,
that was
that's
just a no as opposed to hate that it usually gets.
it's just I haven't tried it, and I won't really try it ever. I like pineapple. I'm just not going to try that on pizza.
It's surprisingly okay, but I'm sure I'm going to get lots of hate myself in there.
No, I mean a lot of people like the sweet and salty combination, right? So I'm pretty sure it doesn't taste bad. I'm just very classic in the way I like my pizza. I like Napolitan pizza, simple margarita, basil, fresh mozzarella,
Yeah,
really good tomato sauce, simple tomato sauce, and some good dough, and that's how I like my pizza.
yeah. It's more about having quality ingredients than the right ingredients in some
That
cases.
that that's the way I see it. Yeah, that's the way I see it. Of course, if it's a party or something, or people come into my house, I'm not gonna be like ordering pizza that everyone has to eat with fork and knives. Uh, or ordering some fast food pizza. But even then, like I don't really know about the pineapple thing.
We have, when's the Crocs airdrop going to be?
Never. We're never gonna do Crocs. It's funny because a lot of people like Crocs because they're comfortable, but in the sneaker head culture, uh, those are
Yeah,
not
not
really.
so much. Just like
Yeah,
those
not so much.
sandals with like the individual things for your toes. Like what the
Man.
like
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, you're not impressing anyone with that, man.
nah.
It's funny because the sneakerhead world, the hypebeast world, with everything about sneakers and fashion. A lot of it is like flexing. The way I see it for myself is like an self-expression, like your culture. I grew up with sneakers. I grew up with like wanting to dress myself well and trying to look fresh all the time, look clean, look great. So in a way, it's all about like flexing, and I don't think like people do it, or a lot of people don't do it like a way to like, oh, I have this and you don't. It's more like, oh, I have this and I'm proud of owning this.
Yeah,
That's at least the way I see it, right? One of my favorite sneakers ever, the Sean Wotherspoons, they go for like $1,000. Extremely expensive sneakers. And the day I was able to finally afford them, thanks to working hard and doing my thing, that was a very proud moment for myself. Like I can finally afford this. I can finally wear my favorite thing in the world, right? In terms of like sneakers,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that was a proud moment for me. And I wear them it's part of my who I feel, in terms of like self-expression, how I dress, and it's just an important part of of myself. I think like I'm truly
Yeah.
a sneakerhead. I love sneakers and I love fashion.
Ooh,
Um, we have more
here's a
questions.
good one. Yeah. All jokes aside, you've been an amazing ambassador for the NFT projects as a whole. What do you say is the most single influential resource that's helped you develop your personality and brand in the space? Was it the professor? Was it Charles Hoskinson? Was it a mentor? Or, was it somebody on another chain? Like, who did you learn from and appreciate the most from?
Well, that's a big question. A lot of people. I really think that no one who is truly successful in a space, and I'm not saying I'm successful, but I want to be one day, um, never gets there alone or by themselves. I think everyone has someone, behind you. Like it goes back to my childhood. Ever since my dad, like my family has always been in the fashion world. My parents own a company that manufactured clothes, actually like apparel, like hoodies, t-shirts, jeans, pants, everything. So I know how garments and apparel are made from the start, from scratch. Like you get the fabrics and you get
Yeah.
every single thing, and it builds up to the moment in which like it's finally manufactured. I went to school to study industrial engineering, which is basically mostly focused on manufacturing and being efficient, optimizing processes. So that's had a part in terms of like the way you see things. But in the NFT world, like obviously Charles Hoskinson is one of the main people I admire. I was lucky to talk to him once, and it was like such a good experience for me. But I started with Ergo, which is another blockchain. They taught me a lot about decentralization. They taught me a lot about blockchain technology. It's not just a coin. It's not just to make money. It's not just to um, transact. The world of smart contracts can truly make the world a better place.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here on Cardano. I'm not in Ethereum or on Solana. That's why I'm on Cardano, because I truly believe in decentralization and what Cardano can do for the world and not just for the very few.
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer right there.
Thanks.
Um, will collab items be included in the reveal, or are they only something that can be added in the customizable marketplace?
So collab items like Disco Solaris, Ugly Bros, some of those, they will be in the unrevealed portion. Like they will be OG items, and that's why I said like when I pick these projects for to include them for trades for the collection, I really focused on projects that I trust and I know that will be here in decades.
Yeah.
Like I know Ugly Bros, I know the dude behind it. I know he will be along for along the ride with Cardano and us for the very long time. Um, and if some of these founders ever leave their project, they're not just gonna rock ball. It would be
No, yeah,
they would do
it'd
it
be
in
a
such a
managed
professional
handover,
way. Yeah, they
either
would
to
hand
the
it over, or
community or to a team. Yeah.
yeah, probably like hire people to manage the project while they
Yeah.
take a breather or some vacation time or whatever. But they will net. I think none of these projects would ever just leave, and that's why I picked them. I trust each and every one of them. Like Disco Solaris, when they launch, when they first approached me for a collab, which we did for their project. There's a Cypherkicks T-shirt on Disco Solaris. They had like 500 people on Discord. When they approached me to announce, we were the first project on Cardano that collaborated with Disco Solaris. And when we announced the collaboration, we did some Disco Solaris shoes that we sold to our community. Like in a week, over 3,000 people were in their Discord, and
Yeah, that's
some of
pretty
the
crazy.
OGs from their collection are people from my community, that joined them because we vouch for them. After we vouch for them, a lot of projects started to collaborate with them. A lot of people noticed like, oh, this artwork is really cool. And I know the guy from Disco Solaris. That's why I was open to working with them, with him back then, and that's why we decided, we did something really cool. We're part of the Disco Solaris history, so let's bring them back into our space as well because I think we have a very good relationship with them. And with Ugly Bros, with Dead Pixels, we're the only project that has ever collaborated with Dead Pixels for a drop. They've only done the main Dead Pixels collection.
Yeah.
After that, we did a drop of 200 pixel kicks that are still for sale. You can find them on secondary market, of course. And we're the only project that has worked with them. So I have a very good relationship with AF, Adrian from the Pixels, and I could not imagine doing something like this and not including them. For example, that Pixels hoodie actually looks really dope. It's like the whole black hoodie with the Dead Pixels logo on the side.
Let's see if I can
He was actually
find
very
it.
excited about this one because he owns this hoodie. Like he has a hoodie that looks just like that, but he hasn't sold it yet. So that was funny. He was like, "Damn, I really need to sell it. Like it looks so cool with with hypebeasts." And yeah, I mean, hopefully he will be selling those in the future. I told him like, "Man, I need one. Like I really want a Dead Pixels hoodie."
Yeah, I've just tried a couple of Google searches to see if I can find it quickly, but
The Dead
not.
Pixels hoodie.
Yeah, well, I was
Yeah,
getting
very
some interesting
unlikely.
results come up, but they weren't the results we were looking for. So
No,
sorry to
yeah,
the
they haven't
YouTube
done it
community
yet.
on that one. Should maybe have searched for that one off the camera.
Yeah, man.
I see.
I don't know if we
There's
have more questions. Let's
yes.
see.
Um, oh yeah, when is the reveal?
Okay, so this is very interesting. My hope was to do it within 1 to 2 weeks. But the interesting thing is that we have a collection dropping very soon with Degen Crypto Club. We actually have an announcement in about 20 minutes about that,
Oh wow.
and it's something really crazy because we're trying to do the same customization thing with them. I reached out to Jack from Degens like in January, and I told him like, oh, I'm doing this with the Hypebeasts. Do you want to work with us and maybe do like full body Degens with customization? And he was like over the moon. He was very happy about the idea, and I think it will eventually. I think it will be one of the coolest things that we've ever worked on because it's not only like a PFP, they're gonna be like full body degens, and you will be able to actually like change the shoes as well. So that's why it's going to be a Cypherkicks collaboration, not a Hypebeast collaboration, because the shoes and the socks of the Cypherkick socks that look like the zombie with a bone on top,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
will
yeah.
be featured in that collection. So that's something that I'm very excited about. It's going to be a medium-sized collection under 2,000, and it's going to have a very, very, very good price for our community. So Cypherkicks holders and Degen holders, they will be whitelisted automatically, and they will receive like a huge discount for being whitelisted. Not only will they have like a period to buy the NFTs first before the public sale, they will have a huge discount. Jack told me like, hey, I really want to give back to your communities. So what if we give them like a huge discount? And you know me, I'm always up for that type of stuff.
Oh,
So I
definitely.
was like, yeah, let's do it. I think they will be happy. And I think it will be a really cool thing. So after we do that, which is going to be on April 17th, drop. Uh, a few days later, we're going to start with a pre-reveal for the Hypebeast. And I haven't talked too much about this. This is an AMA, so people can ask me anything and I will answer. Um,
Within
so one thing
reason
we,
before anyone gets too fruity.
yeah, yeah, I'm trying to see like who from my committee is in here because I know they will go to my Discord and start like freaking out after I say this. But we drops Hypebeast for free, and we want to give a lot back to the community, and we want to make sure that the utility for the Hypebeast is really, really good. Obviously, developing a wearable marketplace takes money, right?
Yep.
And doing the airdrop cost us over 10,000 ADA, well $10,000, over $10,000. That came from my pocket. It didn't even come from the Cypherkicks community treasury. It came from my pocket. So what we want to do is find a way to um, do a pre-reveal in which people can go to our website and pay a low amount of ADA to reveal their high beasts before the big public reveal. That means two things. First of all, uh, when you do a drop and you have 5,000 NFTs at the same time on the marketplace,
Yeah.
in the market, it can be kind of a shock, right? And a lot of people will be competing with each other to like, oh, I want to sell this to buy this one, and I want to sell, and there will be a lot of undercutting and a lot of people trying to
Yeah.
flip right away. So if we do this really slow reveal process, I think it will ease up in the market in a way that demand can catch up to the supply, right?
Okay.
And yeah, and not only that, it also brings funds to the project, right? So we can do like the crazy things that we want to do.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
for
want to
sure.
take. I don't want to take like 2-3 months and wait for 2-3 months worth of royalties to be able to be a developer. We don't want to wait that amount of time to be able to reach out to fashion designers, to brands, to stores. We want to work with local sneaker stores to release, trades as well for the community, things like that. So what we'll do is we'll allow people to pre-reveal their hypebeast 3 to 4 days before the big reveal. The big reveal will still happen. So if you get your hypebeast for free, you don't have to pay anything. You just wait for the reveal date. So we'll have a few days before the big reveal for people to go into our website, pay a very low amount of data, under 30 ADA for sure, 100%, like not even 25. And they will be able to just pay a little bit of ADA, they send their hypebeast, and they will immediately receive their hypebeast unrevealed with the
Nice.
metadata, with all the traits, with all the information. And yeah, I think that will also give us be in a way a really good form of marketing because a lot of people will be. Imagine if you know how on drop day you have a big influx of people joining the community, talking about your project, but
Yeah.
we have the unrevealed drop, then we have a pre-reveal, and we have a reveal. Will be like 3 days, 3 different days of a lot of hype surrounding the project, which is all also very cool and very good for the community. But the funds that will come to our project, we've shown to the community like we invest back, and that's what we want to do. We want to use these funds to invest back, marketing, advertising. We want to be on billboards. We want to do crazy things for this project, and to do that, we obviously need funds. So we'll try to do this in a way that people will be very happy and understand why we're doing it.
So, speaking quickly about reveals, it might be a good shout for me to send Brad a message and see if we can pull the winner for our HypeBeast giveaway.
That would be awesome.
Right. I don't think he's listening. But yeah, in the meantime, let's see if we can scroll back and find some more of these questions. Uh, yeah, lots of people very excited, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The committee has been, incredibly supportive. Someone's asking if there's going to be a nine
Uh,
beast.
Sorry, I think you
Uh,
glitched out for a second there.
oh, Nine Deuce is asking if there's going to be like blonde high
Oh,
beasts. And yeah, there will be some blonde hair high beast. We're trying to be inclusive, so there's going to be every type of hair, every type of style. So yeah,
yeah,
there.
I figured that was an inside joke or something.
No, I have no idea. I'm guessing he's blonde.
So,
He's using one of the sneak peeks, but yeah. What's that?
speaking more about community stuff, I've certainly enjoyed some of the poker tournaments and everything like that that continue
Yeah.
to go off on your Discord server. Do you want to tell us little bit more about all the activities you get up to all the time?
Yeah, I mean the poker tournaments are having a great way to keep the community active in the space, in the Discord. I think we're doing once a week now. It's 28 a buy-in, and it's the community who is in charge of that. I'm not in charge at all. Like it's someone
Yeah,
from the community who is
yeah,
starting that inside
Halloumi,
the
I
community.
believe.
So yeah, Illuminati, yeah.
Yeah,
And all I do is just join and lose, and give my
plus
ADA
one to
to
that.
the winners, basically. Yeah, but it's fun. It's a fun time. If anyone here likes poker and making money, we all suck. So if you're decent, you will probably make a lot of money from us.
But yeah, I mean, do you have what other community activities do you have going on a regular basis?
Uh, we have a few other games, and we also have a video game channel that we just started because a lot of people in the community wants to join forces in some games, video games, to to play and have fun, like Warzone. After the reveal, I will probably have a little bit more time, so I'll be joining them playing Warzone, Rocket League, things like that. I love video games. Unfortunately, with all my workload, I haven't been able to be playing that much. Recently, I think over the last 8 months, ever since I started Cypherkicks, it's been like a constant grind. Well, yeah, we do a lot of memes as well. Like Precise is just saying, like we do memes, and yeah, there's a lot of memes going on in the community, and it's just all about having a good time. A lot of these guys I have become friends. Some of them want to meet like in real life. It's a very tight and cool community, and they're very welcoming. So yeah, in my opinion, one of the best communities in the whole space. They also like to do a lot of charity. So we've done like we've given over $10,000 in charity easily since we started working with Cypherkicks. A lot of people just like to give back. Just to give you an example, one guy from the committee unfortunately has cancer, and he was having some financial issues, and the committee showed up for him.
Yeah,
One guy gave away like a super rare Cypherkicks for free, and the community started bidding. And one guy said like, instead of the highest bid wins, yeah, he keeps the NFT, but let's do something. Every single person that bids, give that amount, even if you don't win.
oh,
And
nice.
that was a very special moment, man, because this guy is like such a sweet guy, and we all love him very much. And the fact that the community showed up for him, it was incredible.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots more waiting on reveal memes coming through now.
Yeah, these guys are really excited about this. Me too, man. Like I can't wait to like see what mine look like. Uh, we'll see. I think my opinion, we could be starting the reveal maybe about like a week and a half from now. I would say. So it's not like really that far away. I would say like maybe a week and a couple of days we'll start doing the pre-reveal, and the reveal itself in under 2 weeks, 100% will happen.
Well,
So if
speaking
people
of
really want
reveals,
dates,
we
yeah,
have the reveal of a Hype Beast winner, and it
awesome.
is Janny. So if
Okay,
Janny's around today, that feel free to pop up in chat.
I don't see
J A
them,
N
but
N Y.
I don't see them, but that's awesome. Congrats to them if they watch the video.
Yes.
I'm really happy. Yeah,
But yeah, I'll send you details. I'll send the person's details over later, and I'll get them the NFT as soon as the AMA is finished.
that's
So yeah,
awesome. That's awesome.
congratulations
Congrats.
to them.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sure there's quite a few people disappointed now.
No, no. I don't know. I see a Yanni. Janny. Is that Yanni?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, they won. Congrats, Yanni.
Oh, is that going up in your chat? Is it? Oh no, yeah,
That's
Johnny's
in here
in voice.
in the voice. Yeah,
Yeah, that's sweet. Congratulations.
that's pretty cool. I'm guessing someone probably DM'd them, or I don't know if they were here before.
Well, better late than
Yeah,
never.
man, that Coco Loco.
Yeah, I did laugh at that one actually. It was the wrong time to say
Yeah,
something, but I did laugh.
yeah, that guy is really talented. He's been doing things like that. He even did like a Spacebots Hypebeasts mashup. It was really funny. And,
Nice.
and yeah, one guy from the committee was like, "Oh, a Coco Loco, so this is gonna be like the first free rock ball." He almost dies, man. It's funny because one guy on Twitter, like, he was like, "Oh, you only have you have 11,000 people on Twitter, and this tweet only got like 10 likes. That's a red flag in your project." And I was like, "What are you talking about, man? Like, do you know who we are? Like, what we've done? What's the end game? Are we giving these 5,000 NFTs for free and then rock the first free rock ball? Imagine, man.
Yeah,
I think that would go,
let
that
me
would be on
invest ten
CNN, man.
grand. Let me
Yeah,
invest
yeah.
10 grand in pissing you all off for no apparent reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Imagine that. I think we'd probably be on CNN or something. Idiot airdrops $10,000 worth of NFTs and then bounces. No, man, for God's sake, come on.
I mean, it would be pretty epic. Not gonna lie, it would be an epic story.
It would, I think, it would be like DV Cooper, like extremely mysterious. Like,
Yeah.
why did this happen? Everyone would be asking questions like, "What's going on? Like, why did this guy do this? He showed all the NFTs. He showed like the sneak
Yeah.
peeks. What?
Did all
Why
the
did he
giving
do
away
this?"
money part and then forgot to
Yeah,
ask for any.
yeah. I mean, I think people would probably like before they thought I rocked, they would probably think that something happened to me. To be honest, because I like that would be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll happen one day, but but not today.
No, no, no. I really like to me. I mean, this is now my full time job. I think this is what I will be doing for the rest of my days. To be honest with you, even if ADA goes to 1 cent, man. Like I'm just very passionate about this. It's something that it, before this I used to work in mostly in engineering jobs, and yeah, they're interesting and you work and but it's not fun. This to
Yeah.
me is like working in like doing something that I always dream of, which was working doing art. Like I even before uh, doing Cypherkicks, even before doing NFTs, one of my dreams was always work in something related to art. Even though I didn't go to school for that, even though I'm not the greatest artist in the world, I did illustrations. I have some really good pieces that I can probably show my committee one day if they're interested in seeing them. But my art style is mostly illustration, minimalist illustrations, and yeah, I mean, I used to show that to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's really pretty. I like it." And she was always like, pushing me to like, hey, why don't you post them on the internet? Why don't you try to see if you can maybe sell like framed some of your pieces framed? But who was I, right?
Yeah,
And now it feels like back then I thought it could never happen, but thanks to you know NFTs and this amazing community, now it's possible, and I'm doing something that I'm very passionate about.
for sure. I mean, like we're so early into the space. I mean, for those of us that have been around, we've been saying, "Oh yeah, we're early" for the last flipping year now, and we are still really early. And there's a long way to go for Cardano NFTs in general, let alone individual projects.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean that's it. I think in a way, yeah, I agree 100% that we're early, and I think a lot of people like they just listen to that every time, and it feels like, oh, it's something that everyone says like in every single blockchain. It's like we're early, but like as someone who was around before NFTs existed in Cardano, I used to invest in Cardano for like under $1. Uh, it's incredible to me the amount of utility we have now, um, the amount of people in the ecosystem that before NFTs, before DeFi, before all of these, they just invested on Cardano for the coin
Yeah,
and the potential of developing into what is actually today. The fact that the coin costs less now than then because of a bear market just means nothing to me.
yeah.
Because
I
when the
mean,
bull market comes
it
back,
was only
it's
quite
going.
unquote high price for a few weeks anyway, really.
Yeah, yeah. It's to me, it's like people need to stop looking at the number that much and understand that we have realized the potential and we continue to do so. Community keeps growing and people keep joining. And I mean, the fact that we have Snoop Dogg and Cardano right now, that speaks volumes, right?
Yeah. I
And
mean, like
to me,
people
that
don't
the
realise that the
Mhm.
entire CNFT market was less than one BAYC sale yesterday.
Yeah,
Like, this is, really how early we are. Like the entire
100%.
market is less for the BAYC, like
Yeah,
considerably less
yeah.
at this point. And we have all this potential, and people are coming on board now, whether it's your Snoop Dogs or whoever else. And this is the time to be in.
100%. And as a creator, I can tell you like there's a lot of things that I cannot say, but the Snoop Dogg thing is not even like the craziest thing that will happen this year.
Nah, not at all.
A lot of crazy things will continue to happen, and a lot of really amazing things will surprise people over the coming months. We are truly early, in my opinion.
Definitely. If there's any other questions people have, now's probably a pretty good time to be posting them up, as we seem to be coming towards a somewhat natural conclusion.
Yeah,
Lots of scrolling. Everyone's chatting in chat, which is a good thing.
yeah, that's always good. That's a good question. That's a good question. That give the fun.
Yeah,
That's awesome. No, the community had a lot of fun, to be honest. Like Cypherkicks, we love it, and they're collectibles. But a lot of people like the PFPs, right? A lot of people like something that that looks like them or that like a character. So I
yeah.
think this is just bringing that little something that our community was missing to the table. I mean, this gives and all these memes are like a great proof of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, sort of like, trainer fashion and that type of thing has always fairly traditionally been seen as a niche thing.
Yeah,
But things are only a niche when the people that love them don't have a place to get together and to gather.
100%.
And what you're doing is giving people that have that love, a focal place and a place to meet and to share ideas and to show appreciation of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the goals for the project as well, like for Cypherkick itself, is eventually like going to more conventions, like sneaker conventions, and bringing people into Cardano through their love and mutual love of sneakers and sneaker culture. So I mean, our project is like the number one sneaker project in Cardano. The more people join the community, the more people join CNFTs, the more people see our thing or NFTs or artwork, they will keep joining us. And
Yeah.
the community keeps growing every single day. We keep seeing people joining and joining and joining and trying to learn more about the project. So it's a great signal. Obviously, when we're on a bear market, on a market that's not doing that well for a lot of people, we can see a slowdown in terms of that. But
Yeah.
once the bull market like it's coming back, you will see a lot of activity in the communities, and I'm sure like we'll be right up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, like the metaverse projects are kind of taking over at the minute, but you know the next wave from that is the stuff that's compatible with the metaverse projects, and
Correct.
obviously you're getting quite well placed to have maximum effect on that.
Yeah, exactly. Not every metaverse is going to have is going to be adding new like the characters from every single NFT project, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So the fact that our NFT project, like Cypherkicks at least, can be compatible with those other projects is extremely important. But HypeBeasts, we also want HypeBeasts to be part of the metaverse in the project, so that's something that we definitely are looking forward to. We're not promising that yet or adding it to the light paper or roadmap, um, because I don't like to do that type of stuff. Like I said before, under promise over deliver. We'll talk first to metaverse projects. Once we know that that will be possible and they are open to doing this with us, then that's when we will announce things like this.
yeah. Janny's chatting in chat saying what does she need to do now? So she's quite happy to hear that she's going to be getting her NFT later.
That's awesome. Hopefully, she gets something really cool from the unrevealing workshop. In a week or so.
That's the thing, 'cause we can't tell her what she's got, can we? So
Oh,
or him or her.
impossible. Not there's actually not even a way for me to know. Like we are finishing the last details of the collection in terms of like layering and things like that. So not even like the final metadata file with like what each NFT looks like is ready. So not even I know. That will be done probably this week, and it's something that we have a lot of experience with this, so we know that we'll be able to hit our goals. In a day or two, we'll be able to start doing the pre-reveal thing, and after that, we'll do the public reveal.
Nice. So, when you go into a store in the metaverse and you change your clothes and you buy new trainers or a new hoodie or whatever and you put it on, is that reflected over all three chains or like all the metaverses that you're compatible with, or is it just for that particular metaverse, for instance?
I th- I really don't know because Metaverse Project haven't even shared standards files with us yet.
Ah, that's
I'm
awkward.
guessing they will be using like OVJ or things like that. I have no idea yet. I think Metaverse projects need to sit together and decide what the standards will be like. Until then, there's nothing I can do. My hope is that that's the case, but it really depends on what they want to do for that in the future.
Yeah, but yeah, I think questions are fairly much drying up, and we're just starting to see people drift off. So I think now would be a good time to let people know if that they have any other questions at all. That your Discord server is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with lots of big fans of the project and yourself as much as you're able to.
Thank you, everyone. I see a few people writing. Let's see if they have any questions, but
Yeah,
it's been great. Love all the questions we got and all the interactions.
yeah, and thank you everybody for turning up. I know we originally had to push it for 24 hours due to circumstances beyond our control, but like absolutely great turnout, and love you all for chatting away and asking your questions and all the memes and everything.
Thank you, everyone. Nothing but love. And yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
ToolSin, for doing this. I appreciate it. It's been great. All good questions. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll be there as well in the CNFT Tools chat and Cypherkicks chat as well.
Yeah, and if you're lucky enough to be watching this on YouTube, feel free to give this a like and a share and all the social media goodness, and we'll try and spread the word just a little bit further for you all.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks a lot for everyone for turning up, and we have another AMA tomorrow with a project called Serenity Films, which is a NFT project which is hoping to make a full feature film out of the NFTs it's selling you. Which is it's a smaller project, but it's really taken my eye. So we're gonna do a little digging and find out a little bit more. And that'll be tomorrow at the same time, which is 7 o'clock UTC. But thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you all soon.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.